What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 47 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. We here at Naggarond Inc. believe that a garden needs rain to grow. But if your garden needs a little help, you can turn to our patented new product, Misery Mulch. Made with 100% recycled employees, Misery Mulch is a green solution for a greener garden. Naggarond Inc. Plant the seed of misery. So as we saw last time, our miserable Dark High Elves have gotten a fairly nice debut with lots and lots of Phoenixes making their particular debut as well. And the Phoenixes we get are pretty darn strong. 100% fire resistance, so at least they're immune to that. Ooh, Phoenix army would be just hilariously strong against the Chaos Dwarfs, wouldn't they? 100% fire resistance. But yeah, on top of that, the 15% ward save, the pretty massive amount of attack that they get, and they aren't even high level at the current time, so all those stats will climb high. I'm sure they'll be quite effective against the Wood Elves when we fight them as well. It's kind of, once again, unfortunate that this was the only really decent option. Orion, a really decent option for our endgame, because frankly, all the Wood Elves love us right now, and we could have easily just aligned with them and alphafied the world. But oh well, once again, I just felt like all the other options, literally every single other endgame option, was so far away from us that there wasn't really a good choice. Still bizarre that there isn't a chaos invasion scenario, because that would really work for the Dark Elves. But anyway, let's begin with what we got to do this time. I believe we did leave Lokhir Felhart outside of a siege. I don't remember why at this point. Was it? Oh, well, I mean, So the auto-resolve would kill off the Black Ark Corsairs here, though on the other hand, if we really wanted to, we could fight anyway. Or rather, we could auto-resolve it anyway and just rebuild them, frankly, probably at a higher level, because I think Lokhir can recruit them at rank... It's either 8 or 9, that's for sure, so we could do that. On the other hand, a few comments in the last episode have been wanting to see Lokhir fight with Lokhir here, so we may as well see the Sea Dragon do some stuff. So let's just do this fight, and then we'll try to look for other fights later, and at least this will preserve our units. And we can also even join those units that do get hurt together and rebuild the ones that we lose. Here we go. For Mathlan, you say? Well, that seems right up the Corsair's alley, so that does make sense. Here we go. We are going to get a lot of good shots, hopefully, of Lokhir and Lokhir doing their thing. For a second, I thought this ability was a breath. This is the briny... Is it briny breath? Is that the name of the ability? It's briny breath, and I didn't read the fact that it was an explosion ability. It does look cool, but I figured it was actually a breath attack that the Sea Dragon had, but unfortunately not. But it's okay, we got more uses of it later on. Let's watch the Sea Dragon do its thing by heading towards those Jade Warrior crossbows. And I guess this is going to be Lokhir's show. Right, obviously the crossbows aren't going to have any kind of chance against this. Did you just go after the one that was over there? Okay. Center mass, please. There we go. Much better. And it looks like a few more enemies are moving in to help a set of Jade Warriors with halberds this time, though we did already half damage to those crossbows. Looks like even though it didn't look like a crazy amount of damage, as in not a lot of models died, Lokhir is certainly, he's certainly doing his thing, and they can hardly stop him. More of those halberds are moving in, but we're going to leave Lokhir unsupported and just going to hope that he can handle all this by himself. Plus, if he gets surrounded, he can always use that explosion ability. Ooh, lots of air that time. That's a lot of models that got knocked back / damaged. And let's see, while the rest of our army is moving in, Lokhir is having some fun. 75 kills and 16k damage already, while the rest of our army has just about started the battle. Speaking of the rest of the army, we've just separated a bunch of our Black Ark Corsairs and Reavers to attack different enemies. Just got to get to all of those enemy range units into melee combat, because, well, let's face it, they won't win against the Black Ark Corsairs. In melee or in range, as long as, well, we're in range as well. There we go, and as they run, we can always shoot them in the back with those handbows. Over here, we're having a little bit more of a tough time as we're facing off against Jade Lancers with those same Corsairs. Though stat-wise, once again, we do have quite a bit of an advantage. As you can see, a pretty big disparity, well, especially with the Soul Blight up on these guys. We're going to help them out a little bit with those Black Ark support abilities. Alright, well, that seemed to work out pretty well, and you guys can keep fighting. In fact, the Jade Lancers are out. Lokhir has chased off all 3 of these units, 2 of which were those anti-large Jade Warriors with halberds, and also Lokhir has the ability to heal through 2 more uses, I think, or is it 3 uses, whatever. The uses of these satchels of potions, so he's going to charge forward and continue his rampage, while the rest of the Black Ark Corsairs will do the same. And because of the relative green colors of the campaign units, however, it's a little bit more difficult to tell these units apart from each other, but well, not a big deal. Alright, a few more, and the enemies are still not making too much of a dent in our line of Corsairs. Yes, we entered the battle quite badly, damaged on a lot of the units, down to about 30 HP, but a lot of them are still basically fine. Or 30 units, not 30 HP. You know what I mean. Alrighty, and here comes the Manticore and our Sorceress to help. We're also going to have our artillery pieces focus down these Sky Lanterns. There we go. I was actually originally going to have the Manticore do this, but why not send the Manticore in to help the Corsairs and apply the bolstered armor ability to them and make it even more difficult to kill, especially as there's not currently too much else to do for the artillery pieces, as otherwise the enemy units are engaged. The purple Son of Zerai is hitting the enemies, and hopefully it doesn't cook too many of our units, but no, it ends right on time. Lokhir continues to fight over in the background. Looks like another 2 units have been seen off by him, and he's up to 200 HP and has popped that healing potion of his, though he's really not having a difficult time with anything he is facing off against here. Alright, there we go. That's okay, though. Not a problem, and we will have more fights for Lokhir as well. Though it probably won't be in this particular battle, as by the looks of it, most of the enemy units are having a very tough time. We chased all the enemies over on this side as well. Lokhir is going to move towards the enemy Lord Magistrate, but I imagine that with Murderous Prowess now up, the enemy will be around him shortly. There we go, those Corsairs certainly doing their work. I love how they fire their handbows occasionally when in melee. It does seem fairly effective. And there we go, these guys have routed, and I do believe the rest of the army has routed just as Lokhir reached the enemy Lord Magistrate, perhaps because he knew he had no chance, and being a Foot Lord might actually be a little bit more difficult to bring him down just by virtue of the fact that he's going to get knocked around by this. Ooh, I'd like to see if the Sea Dragon has any unique animations for killing Infantry Lord. So let's just watch this and then we'll speed it up right after. Get a couple more hits in there, and the mass is certainly forcing the enemy to get pushed back constantly. 1 HP. I think he's actually dead. He just got knocked down to the ground. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, we'll give Lokhir another chance later on to give it a try. I like how the dragon's just like looking down on the things like, hey, get up. Alrighty. Well, either way, that's about it. Just going to give Lokhir a couple more seconds to heal up with the rest of his potion, and then we should be good. And in the meantime, we could do a little bit of chasing. Not that it really matters in these settlement battles. There's a unit over here. Probably didn't get a lot of value out of our... Well, actually, 14k damage and 100 kills, actually more value than I was thinking on the Reaper Bolt Throwers. Well done, Reaper Bolt Throwers. I was thinking about taking you out of the army earlier, but maybe it's not necessary. Anyway, with that, the battle ends, and Lokhir should be pretty much at full HP. I don't know. There we go. Alrighty, decisive victory, certainly no problem, and certainly it looked auto-resolvable, but, well, once again, the auto-resolve decided it was going to kill our units, and then we wouldn't have been able to see the Sea Dragon do its thing, though we'll see it again shortly. Alrighty, well there we go. Looks like with his Sea Dragon, Lokhir can function pretty much by himself very effectively. Didn't take too much damage, remained in good HP, and yet still managed to do a very solid amount of damage despite the lack of support, and beat everybody else in terms of kills, and by far in terms of damage as well. 37k, yeah, even the higher killing units of the Black Ark Crusaders didn't do anything close to that, so well done Lokhir is what I'm getting at. Occupy the place, and Elf Servant, Overseer, Bodyguard, that's fine. Province secure, Broken Lands of Tian Li. We are now going to pop you into and Highborn Hostages. We will not be needing the Watch House or the Halls of Mustering at the Village of the Tigerman, and I believe we are good. Fantastic. Now we just need to hunt down Zhao Ming. He does have, what, 2 territories remaining? Oh, just the one, actually, over here in the mountains, and funnily enough, it looks like it's about to rebel. Due to raiding, there may be an ogre camp here or something. I wonder why, or it could be the Skaven are marching upon it, but either way, not super important, and it looks like Zhao Ming will be out of the picture very soon. Alright, let's see if there's anything else that we need to do in terms of moving this time around. I don't believe so, but I would like to double check. Ferry, which ferry? Oh, you're that ferry. Vashus, Barb, Storm, Illidan, Shadowheart, neither of you need to move or do anything. I hope I moved whichever administration still needed to move, but I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, there's too many of them. And I'm not going to bother giving them any additional names. How's your recruitment, by the way? How's the flyer arm? Okay, you're ready to go. We just need to actually get Furion to actually lead the flyer arm. And frankly, since you're already here, you can just gather islands at sea and then land at the Witchwood, wherein you will be facing off against the Sisters of Twilight. Anyway, skip, unassigned, skill points here are not moved, building upgrade available, commandment available in the Wastelands of Jin Shen. I don't remember. Ah, yes, I traded Xiangyang for Shenwu, and the reason I did that, originally I wanted to trade Xiangyang for the Baleful Hills to complete the province, but these guys want like 120 or some ridiculous amount of points for the trade of the settlement. Like, it's actually impossible. Like, nothing we can offer them here comes even close to it, even tier 4 settlement, so I'm not entirely sure how we might be able to get it from them. Frankly, I'm almost thinking that it might be bugged or something like that. Not that particular territory, but rather how much enemy factions want the, or assign worth to their own settlements. For example, Quetzal would complete our province, right? But these guys want 103 points for it. Conversely, for example, the Mine of the Bearded Skulls, which has a resource and is a settlement capital, or is a territory capital, and a mountain climate, which I would imagine that the Skaven would be fond of, is worth, let's see how much to them. Mine of the Bearded Skulls is worth 37, so only a little over a third of how much Quetzal is worth, which would complete our province, which, it doesn't seem right to me. Why would ours be worth so little and theirs be worth so much, in particular considering that it would complete our province? But anyway, not super important right now. Let's just complete whatever we need to do here. Do we need defenses at Shenwu? I suppose the ogres might come. But on the other hand, if they do, we might be able to counteract them with Lokhir. We'll see. Infrastructure is... I'll go for the slave slums here. I mean, it is bordering a few territories. Yeah, alright, fine, we'll go for the slave. We'll go for the slave slums. And now I believe that's it. So let's end the turn and let's look for more battles. Alrighty, raiding in the Blackstone Post. That's us raiding our own territory. I do wish that it didn't always show that, and when the enemies are raiding our territory as well, you want us to join war against Ice Court. Now, how about you peace out against the Ice Court instead? Frankly, I'd rather ally with them. Maybe Noctilus was a mistake, but honestly, if we end up betraying Noctilus, he only has the one settlement, so who cares? We could kill him pretty much instantly if he tries to make us choose. Akana to Life Quencher wounded? That's not going to happen. We'll pay the 3,000 gold, that's meaningless to us. Affection destroyed Barrow Legion, lovely. Constructor for Erdathane, and ready for duty Tehechish Life Quencher, another Life Quencher. So many Life Quenchers. And technology researched, hero action success chance. Yeah, that'll be useful. Don't care about the Aventurine Dagger, at least at the current time. Movar does not really need a bodyguard, but I'm too take it off him, so yeah. There we go. Alrighty, now the Blackstone Post in Carrick Ziflin. I mean, I guess what we'll do is we can occupy Carrick Ziflin just temporarily, and then we could probably trade it to the Bretonnians, mostly because I don't feel like getting Grungsent for them, and otherwise we wouldn't have the entire province. But just colonize it, trade it to them, maybe for an alliance, maybe to get them to fight a few other factions, but otherwise we'll move down to Montfort and Paravent and try to take those out. I was hoping that you would have taken Aquitaine. Oh, in fact, wait until they take Aquitaine, then trade it to... Or trade it from them for whatever we want from here. Yeah, alright, that'll work. That'll work. Malekith, keep going south. I want you to kill Morgar for that sweet, sweet anti-missile damage buff. You just gotta keep an eye on him. Most likely he'll move north. Let's just hope he doesn't use the beast paths to do it, because obviously it's leading to lose sight of him. Alrighty. Now, that was Malekith. We can also pick new research. We're still at 2 turns. Damn, I was hoping to get to 1 turn at this stage in the game, but it ain't happening as yet. But, well, hopefully we'll get to it eventually. What do we want out of this? Now, Kane's libations would only... Well, it only buff Malekith's army, so do we really care about that? We could go for Bleed the Meek and signal the Overseers to buff these a little bit. The other option would be to go for the... if we go through a Life of Dread, we could get Blood and Death, which would give us income from settlement buildings another 10%. Not that we really need the income all that badly at this point in the game. Well, let's go Bleed the Meek for now. Honestly, I don't think any of the upgrades are going to make a huge difference at this point in time either. Why is there an admin so high up in the list? I guess this was our first admin? Maybe that's why. Well, either way, Crone Hellebron. Now, it's gonna be a while before Dryka starts wanting to fight. Maybe we help out the Imperials with the dead just a little bit. I think that's what we'll do. Sorry, Vlad, I love you so, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Admiral Leech, you can head down here as well. Provide a little Black Ark support. Nuln should be an easy take and auto-resolve, and we could actually give Nuln to these guys. Oh, wow, our Imperial allies are having a bad time. Well, they're not allies yet, but they will be. Having a bad time against the dead in general. And kind of not a great time against Chaos either, but once again, we're helping out. We're doing our duty as the new shield of civilization. Mabe Granite Stancer, rather. You are going to sort of follow Malekith because you'll be fighting in Athaloran, so you have to travel down there. Admin at Sea. Why is there an admin at Sea? Yes, you are heading to give this stuff to our other Black Ark. To our Blessed Dead Black Ark, to our unique Black Ark. Oh, damn, I didn't mean to. There we go. I hate accidentally reordering the units on the side there. Malice, are you able to reach the woods? You are not. Alright, you'll have to wait a turn, which will allow them to build a little bit more. Oh, you want to probably heal. Man, look at the chariots. They have, like, 85% HP, or I don't know, something high percent HP, and yet still only 3 out of 4. Oh, chariots, why are you irritating? I guess we could raid our own territory a little bit for a single turn just to heal up a little bit further. I'm willing to bet that these guys are going to run and try to abandon the territory because it's frankly basically undefended and Malice probably won't fight. Anyway, Lokhir, will you move you in order? Just so that I don't lose the order again. Our Doomfire Warlocks and our Manticore Lords are ready to go, so you can actually meet Malekith at sea and give him the Manticore Lords. And Malekith, I guess you can lose this Reaper Bolt, or you could also transfer it to somebody, but I'm not sure who. He doesn't need no Reaper Bolt Thrower, and then yes, get those Manticore Lords, and maybe we can use them on Morgur. Marathi, come here as well. Get your Doomfire Warlocks, and then you two will move out to wherever it is you need to be for the end game. Okay, Marathi, that's you. Sharky, you are getting ready for Norska's imminent, well, not betrayal, because we kind of betrayed them, but well, the imminent fight with Norska, let's say that. Then we will want to get to you. Where's that hero? Oh, I have to move the heroes again this turn? Okay, that's fine, but we do need to get you at least one more assassin. Honestly, if we don't get a decent assassin soon, I'm just gonna pick one and just make you use whichever. Harpies of Naggarond wouldn't be very useful too. I mean, I guess it would give you the potion of strength if nothing else. It's better than Vish. Melee defense, I'm not a big fan of the reduction, but you know what? Just you know what? Yeah, just stop waiting. Just take one of these guys. Start gathering XP on them. It doesn't matter that much. Alrighty, Sharky, your army will be complete shortly then, and then you will start working on Norska. They will either attack us before the 9 turns is up, or we'll just attack them. And Jaden the Troll Vanquisher. You could land the Fuming Serpent if you wanted to. Star Tower would be the main settlement, though. Lord of the Black Hole. Which would probably be at least slightly more worth our time. Actually, wait, can we even declare war on these guys? I imagine they're actually allied with, they're allied with Clan Pestilence. They're at war with Citadel of Dusk and Cult of Sotek. Ah. Okay, so we can't actually attack them without betraying Clan Pestilence, right? Does anybody know if we attack them and Clan Pestilence joins the war, does this count as us lowering reliability because it forces Clan Pestilence to fight us even though we're currently friends and have trade agreements and stuff? It's not that I super really care about these guys holding the Fuming Serpent and whatnot, it's just that, well, once again, I feel like this is a high elf colony or former colony, so we should probably take it. You know what, let's wait a turn or two. You can grab this island in the meantime. It's not like you're going anywhere. You have to wait for Marathi to come down here anyway for the Bowman of Orion. It looks like Tehanawan wussed out. He didn't want to fight Rakarth. That's so rude. Okay, well, either way. Rakarth, you're going to go into Jeruki first. Oh, in fact, no, you're not. You're going to go right here. No, you're going to go right here. Like so. Then we're gonna have Druki resources transfer to you, the Charybdis, and then we'll have you take this. You can also steal.
Bring it down.
All right, Druki resources transfer Charybdis to Rakarth for, I guess, one of the Manticores. I want to keep 2 Manticores in here probably, and then the 3rd Manticore will be replaced by a Medusa Bloodwrack Shrine. Yeah, that'll be the way. Alrighty, Barsathar, you're going to attack the Sentinel of Time here in a hopefully successful auto-resolve, even though your units are hurt. Let's see. Yeah, looks fine to me. Just double checking. Watch our chariots get hurt. No, chariots are fine. I mean, I guess these are Scourge Runners and not Gold Run chariots, but just have to be very careful with them. Spell resistance for Obsidian Trinket, a Overseer for Barsathar Scourge Runner chariot. You do not need the Obsidian Trinket, but you do want to transfer to Barsathar this Manticore. Oh, he's out of space. Okay, I guess lose the weakest Harpy unit. I should have probably joined those Harpy units together. Well, then again, it would have lowered their level. On the other hand, it wouldn't be that much, but, you know. You and you. Together, you transfer. There we go. I'd rather keep the Manticores than the Harpies, Frank. What? Oh. That wasn't all the Harpies. Okay, my bad. Now it's all the Harpies. That was unnecessarily difficult. Alrighty, Druki resources. You can now move back to our own territory. Oh, I guess you could go down this way. Then we want Erdethane Gatesmiter to go to Mine of the Bearded Skulls. I was going to have... maybe can I just move? Wait, don't move.
Beware the stampede!
Beware the Stampede. We could have Druki resources go to the Thrice Cursed Peak, and then have Druki resources recruit the Bolt Throwers instead of Erdethane. This way Erdethane can move instead of wasting time.
Patrolling.
And then administration, you
Supreme
are supposed to go
Sorceress
here.
of
Ah,
Grog.
there we go. Found the administration that was supposed to move. You are good as you
Dreadlord
are,
of
but
Naggarond.
build that black arc to the next level. And I guess get it. Might as well also start building up these black arc corsairs that will need to get you
Priestess
actual
to the
points.
Druki.
Delete is here for a purpose, and that purpose is you want to get a... another death hag, but at a higher
Death
level.
hag
There we go.
ready.
Good enough. And then
Watch
delete, you can be,
concoctions.
well, deleted. Life
For
Quencher,
Cain.
or not Life Quencher, Colin,
The
you can go
whispers
here and
say
join
no.
Urdathane by going
Another
up this
whisper,
way.
another
And we'll need to
time.
get Urdathane a couple of sorceresses as well to buff up the various Bloodrack Medusae, but we can do that
Enchantress.
later. Alright, the rest of that looks good. And now, let's get back to doing things in order, because even though I said I would do things in order, I did not. Alright, Rakarth, you have moved. Well, so you can reach
Submit
those.
to me.
Admin? No. Akanet, there we go. That's
Supreme
somebody that
Sorceress of Grog.
sort of needs to move. The thing is, I wanted Akanet to replace a few of them. Get somebody else to do it for us. We have a Druki resources right here. Do we have a Temple of Cain here?
Supreme Sorceress
We
of
do
Grog.
not. Meaning we can't recruit what we
Dreadlord
want
of
from
Druki.
here. We might be able to from the Shrine of... No, we cannot. Okay, so either we keep
Dreadlord
the
of
Lal
Naggaroth.
here. They also did not want to do.
Dreadlord of the Druki. Lord.
Alright, well, the Lal, I guess you're going to keep moving up here. Is there any
Anchors
island that has
away.
popped up here, by the way? Let's see one. Man, it looks like we've basically dredged all the seas, and no islands remain nearby. I don't think we've even... Oh, wait, actually, we did go down here. Yeah, we need to send more Black Arcs down here into all these watery territories to hopefully get these back up and running. Oh, speaking of Black Arcs, before I forget, you,
Lord of the
Kuroveth,
Black
can you grab this
Horse.
mysterious
Set the
island? Yes, you
sails.
can. And hang out near one of these sea lanes. I wish I remembered which of the sea lanes we took. Power Prescience, Glittering Scales, and Trunk of Maps. Why is it always Trunk? Alright, you just stay here, buddy.
Ocean awaits.
Stay here and wait. I guess the Dread expansion, not that it really matters. You have plenty of points for your horde growth, and it's not like you need to grow any further. Okie dokie, let's keep going. Gotta find ourselves another battle if we can. That was Barsathar and Akanet, who I have not moved. Lokhir, your turn again. Ah, well, Zhao Ming, you're moving up north. Lokhir, go into ambush stance. Go right beside... Wait, can't reach him, can I? I don't think so. Go right here. I think he's actually going to try to bypass Temple of the Elemental Winds and go for the Chiang. I would not be surprised if he did.
I heed only my father.
We could level this up so we don't have to retake it. On the other hand, if he gets stuck here, it wouldn't be that bad at the thing either. Also repair it. You know what? I think we'll risk it.
None.
Fairly decent chance he's going to march stance out there and take it with this guy, but honestly, I'm not even sure we'd be able to defend it, even if we did waste the slaves, so, Lokhir can take it. Malice, we've moved you this turn. Alright, let's get back to doing it in order. Barsathar, Fairy, Lokhir, that's you, admin. You don't look like an admin. Oh, you're one of the...
Supreme Sorceress
Fine.
of Grog.
Administration, Druki resources, plenty of admins. Furion, Beastbinder, yes. You need to get to your flyer army. So go... you can suffer attrition for a turn, whatever.
Got the heading.
Alright, and then you're nearly
Loyalty.
there. Is that everybody? Fairy, did I move...
desire?
Else? I think I did. Wait, Killian Kane marked. Oh,
Dreadlord.
your army is ready to go. What are you missing? You're at 19 out of 20. Oh, you're waiting for your, you're waiting for the master. Yeah, that's fine.
Naggaroth is
Guys,
sorceress.
move down south. They will both be
Cruel
fighting the
Dreadlord.
Wood Elves out the Witchwood together with a flying army.
High beast
Alright, Druki
master.
resource, you got 2 more turns until these guys are ready to go, so Malice's armies will be complete. Urdathane, you've moved. We should now check the other Black Arcs. For example, you, who have not moved. Grab this Remnants of Battle, and then grab whatever that is. Shipwreck. Wax sealed rations, not too bad, but it's not materials at sea. Whatever. Keep staying out here, grabbing all those islands. and explore the island and to resolve it.
We will make them bleed.
Alright, and then keep healed up just in case. You never know when an Skaven army or a Beastman army or somebody could move out and actually attack us. And the Worgen Merchant, always nice. Don't care about the... Ah, there it is. Materials at sea, finally. We've been getting so many islands that... Hey, and we're back up over 100,000 gold per turn. I've been getting so many islands for so long. It was hopefully only a matter of time, unless we were horrendously unlucky, that we actually got those materials. Not that we really need them at this point, but you know, into the principle of the thing at this point. Life Quencher, I did move you, yes. Leech, Granite Stance, you're where you're supposed to be. Moksha has not oh, actually, Moksha has moved. Kunovail has moved, and then the new Life Quench, or the new Admiral, does not need to. Alright, now, usually I do this between the episodes, but if we're going to end another turn, we have to move them now, so... R&D heroes, it's time. Yes, Elenil, I know. Alright, success, very nice. Keep stealing that tech. I guess we can start from the bottom here. Mara, you were only here to find... the Knights of Calador. I don't really need to find anybody else down here. I mean, yeah, we could go all the way to the dwarfs. I don't know whether we care to. How do you feel about
You are
dwarfs?
privileged
With any of them?
indeed to have the ear of Prince
Hard to
Ilf.
say. He is fighting the Crooked Moon, which the dwarfs should like. He's also fighting Goldtooth. I would have actually preferred to trade with Goldtooth, but oh well. Mara, do you want to find the dwarfs? As in the Karazakarak dwarfs. Oh wow, what's the Skaven corruption around? Looks like the Skaven are doing fairly well here. Honestly, probably not important. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you're good. We no longer... You know what? Just stay out here, just in case we need to scout something out, but I'm not going to bother moving you anymore at the current time. We don't need to move any of these guys with the exception of Bane, who I guess can land here and go to the Witch, which is where he'll join that new army of ours. Alright, Steven does not need to move. Now it's the heroes and the buildings and the end turn, and then hopefully another battle. You guys, 66% chance? Ugh. Oh, I can't say like that. Well, 71% chance, not too bad. Failure nonetheless. And 46, yeah. How close are we to another sacrifice to Hecate? 4 turns. Getting there. Back to the other RNDs. Right, is that... Okay, no, that's the one. Move, you can try to steal tech from here. Not too bad. Ooh, and I can see a bunch of R&Ds here, so you
Servant of Hecate, sweet destruction.
That's very nice.
Sorceress
And
of
you can revolve. Critical failure. Well, that's just unfortunate. 78% here. I thought they both got wounded. Maybe we need more R&Ds, but I'd prefer to reduce the number. Man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them currently wounded. Wow. Okay, game.
Setting forth.
We should maybe build some, maybe take Nuln, build a bunch of sorcerers. Hey, Vlad himself is out here. That'll be something for Hellebron to do. Fantastic. Alrighty, well, I like that at least. Even if all of our R&Ds are hurt. Speaking of, we're at 791, yeah, so we haven't climbed any further. Okay. Well, building time. And then I guess if we can do the buildings now and then I can end the turn, I'll be able to do more admin between the episodes and then advance further. Yeah, you can just do that. I mean, I guess we could do slave drive. With materials at sea, how much did this cost? 30. Yeah, it's probably not a big enough deal to place the slaves on. Let's do that here. We do have public order dropping in a few places, though, so that's certainly concerning. Jade River Delta, let's go for Salt. Fuchao, let's go for Slave Slums. Doomglade. Val's Anvil. My beloved. You, I guess, will go for the Slave Slums here as well, and then Temple of Adayath. Oh, this place actually isn't generating all that much in the way of money, so probably rather than going for, yeah, Black Roads, we can just get another Altar of Cain. Or, we are missing a little bit of shade capacity as well. What's our capacity at for Death Hags? It's not bad. I got a little bit. Maybe then we start building a few of these, as we may want more shades in a few places. Seems fine. Alrighty, let's keep going. Crafting district for you, Jungles of Green Mist. Yes to the... things here. Can't believe we're running out of capacity. And Dark Elf Harbor and the States of the Masters, and then I guess we'll go for as well. I mean, technically, these things need to be replaced, and Artisan's House, once again, our money is fine. I'd really rather just not deal with the public order. That's the bigger concern, so yeah. Tower of Ashung, will you need? Yeah, you're probably. Torture posts? Torture posts. River Curveza, Itza, you will definitely need torture posts. Alright. The Shield of Civilization with all the torture posts. Do we need the Watchtowers here? Probably not. I mean, in theory, these guys might attack. It's possible. We'll see, though. It's not super critical at the current time. Let's go for the growth here for now. Calidor, yes. Upgrade Val's Anvil. And actually, maybe this place would do with the Slave Dread, just for the extra growth, because obviously the place only has 2 territories, and thus its growth will be relatively slow. Same thing actually goes for this one, but you're losing a lot of public order. We're going to need it there. And also, I don't actually care that much about the Norscan territories. Yeah. Also, what does this do? Give us extra research and growth? We could rush it, but 1,000 slaves for this? Chakwa. I guess we'll upgrade you just because it might be worth more. Oh, now that we have materials, let's see if we can upgrade the gates. Just so we don't have to keep looking at the game, asking about whether we want to actually build them up. And we can also rush them if we want to later on. Broken Lands of Tian Li. Let's get that medicinal plants here, and then we'll get growth as a starting point. Mountains of Nalfari, States of the Masters, guild halls, and then I guess all of these places will need slave slums. So we'll go with those, though we will need the roads here as well, but that's about it. Fantastic. That's all. Skip diplomacy, then end turn, then next turn. Alrighty, so once again, everybody want to trade with us, but do we even winter trade? Funnily enough, they're starting to like us, but, well, why we canceled the trade agreement, why would we restart it?
Must faced.
Feeling Goldtooth will attack us. Yeah, look at all those wood elf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them love us. All of them would be willing to trade. 91, but oh well. We're gonna be in a war with them soon. Oh, the Great Orthodoxy. We can, however, trade with you. Let's go for non-aggression pact. Let's go for military access, and then we will have you join our war. Rather than bothering asking them for money with, let's say, Avalor? At the least, because we're keeping them alive at that gate. I know it's kind of stupid, but at the same time, once again, I do feel like it's saving us on admin time. And then Citadel of Dusk, maybe? No. Alto Sotek? No? Alright, fine, just do it like this. Alto Sotek. Or, wait, what about Spirits of Shenlin? Alright, just do it like this then.
Go!
Up to war against Avalor. Good. And Kelkeek, no, we're probably going to attack you if the game actually, if the game actually lets us without screwing over our reliability. Anyway, I believe that's now it. End turn, let's proceed to next. And hopefully we'll be able to find a battle immediately, but if we can't, we can't. Defensive Alliance, no. Once again, it'll just weaken him and it'll enable the enemy to take him out and, oh! Okay, I wasn't expecting that. He's actually going to attack Lokhir. Oh, I guess the ambush did in fact succeed. Okay, well, this is going to be an easy battle, but I think this is the battle that we're going to take, as it will be the last time we ever see Zhao Ming, as his faction is pretty much done for, so let's do this one real quick. Oh wow, I could hear that very, very well, despite being relatively far from the Death Hag. That's kind of interesting. I always tried to zoom in closer to get the speech going, but, oh well. Anyway, the garrison units here are completely irrelevant. We're just going to let them, well, I was actually hiding these in the hopes of not, in fact, just letting them die, but it's no big deal. The real reason why we're even fighting this is Zhao Ming versus Lokhir. Unfortunately, a little bit in the dark here, but the two should be facing off in a pretty nice battle. Zhao Ming, get that transformation going, if you will. Alrighty, there he is. I don't see him. Oh, did he not transform? Okay, he'll transform. He'll transform.
He's not just gonna keep fighting like a risk, and now he's transformed. A lovely transformation, but we'll see how long it lasts. He's hanging out in the sky right now, and Lokhir's taking hits from the enemy range. They're just waiting for Zhao Ming to come down, but there it is. Alrighty, ooh, I like that fire breath ability. I wish that the Sea Dragon used that briny breath explosion ability just as a sort of part of its regular animation subset. Alright, and how are you doing, Zhao Ming? He's already down to half HP. Looks like he's not having a great time against Lokhir, who is up at about 85%. Looks like Zhao Ming is trying to book it on out of there, wavering. His armor's sundered. We're going to get that vile net on him, though unfortunately that'll mean he'll just hover up into the ground. It's too bad that the net allows your units to change position, you know? I feel like if you're netted while in the sky, you shouldn't be able to land, and if you're, or at the very least, if you're netted while on the ground, you shouldn't be able to lift off, you know what I mean? It's a little bit odd, but, well, what can you do? In the meantime, obviously, his army is weak and pathetic, and our Blackheart Corsairs are absolutely running through them. The enemy are by and large made up of peasants and weaker units, and a few Jade Warriors, and none of those have any kind of chance. On the bright side, it looks like Zhao Ming is brave enough to face off against Lokhir again, or at least continue facing off against Lokhir, although brave or stupid remains to be seen. And there's that explosion ability, that briny breath, at the same time as Zhao Ming tries to attack with with one of his own breath abilities, and I believe that is that. Alright, fantastic. Iron Dragon goes down, and Lokhir popped a potion of toughness, meaning he's going to get back up to full HP. The rest of the enemy army is pretty much inconsequential as well, mostly because, well, they're all either dead or are so weak in leadership that they'll be dead shortly. Just going to chase him down, cast a few spells or Black Arc support abilities, and the battle should end. Alright, Fate of Buna and Spirit Leech coming down, just because those were the only spells that were easily accessible here. But more importantly, these units will run, and we should be able to kill them off here. There we go. Here comes some Blackheart Corsairs to rip those presents apart. Just a sort of entertaining afternoon for them. Too bad Lokhir and Zhao Ming couldn't fight like out here, where it was a little bit more visible, but once again, not a big deal. Plus that shot with the briny breath at the same time as Zhao Ming's animations was a pretty nice and flashy. Alrighty, well, that's enough spin to win from a Lokhir. I see that, was that the Fate of Buna still active? I suppose it doesn't matter. We're going to chase out the rest of these units, and I don't believe we'll be seeing Zhao Ming again. And I don't just mean him himself, but also his faction, just in general, as I'm pretty sure they won't recover after this. Well, there you have it, folks, in a contest between the Sea Dragon and the Iron Dragon. Lokhir Fellheart stands supreme. I'll show myself out. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and, I guess, enslave. We did want to potentially get a few... what the heck is this? You're going to attack Barsathar. Expecting that. Not expecting that at all, because he is... Well, actually, he's not directly in March stance. Oh, well, this is fascinating. Unfortunately, we don't have time to fight this right now, and we cannot back off because Druki Resources is not in his stance. I guess I screwed up in moving the... I'm just trying to figure out what I did. I think I screwed up in moving Lokhir's army in such a way that, or not Lokhir, moving Upper Kart's army in such a way that it was just slightly too far away from Druchii resources. I should have just deleted him or sent him back, but oh well, not a big deal. We don't have time for this, so when I said I'll show myself out, I mean it, as in I'm gonna end the episode here. We'll start off the next episode with, I guess, Tehenowyn versus Barsathar's follower army, but fortunately that'll mean a little bit of extra time for Medusa to play, and that should be decent. I mean, we'll be having a little bit of a tough time bringing down Tehenowyn himself, but the Chameleon Skinks shouldn't be all that troubling, as I think the Harpies and the other monstrous unit should be able to handle them. But we'll have to find out next time. Hopefully we don't lose the follower army, but it is only a follower army, so it's not a big deal. Stay tuned for more Malekith. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.